A DSP called his WWE game a subscription, then said the subscriptions were necessary. Yeah, somebody brought up to me that DSP had like a phone call with the court as part of his like bankruptcy procedure. And then I asked around and said, does anybody have a recording of that? Because that sounds funny as shit. And sure enough, he did. And and you're listening to it, and they're like, it didn't seem to go very well. I'm not like a legal expert, so maybe I don't understand how these things are supposed to happen. But the lady, whoever it was it a court clerk or somebody that gives a recommendation or a judge? I don't even know who she was really. Is going over the legal paperwork that DSP and his lawyer sent in, and it sounded like things were going the opposite of good because they kept asking questions and asking for clarifications, and then I think what really is the death knell is they wanted more. There was one particular line that really stuck out. They're looking at, I think it was like not his Twitch stuff. I think it was his PayPal. It was some kind of earnings that he was reporting, and they only had a month given. And then they're like, I want to see 6 months of it. And then I think his lawyer said something like, oh, well, they're starting to stammer a little bit because I guess only 1 month is usually needed. But they're like, no, for this, I want 6 months. DSP, you were having such good luck. The pandemic came and it shut down really pretty much everything. And somehow still they're coming for you. And now they want more information for their recommendation. It just sounded like death. And then you had some guy at the end who I don't know what that was, if it was like a troll or somebody that's just fucking with him, that got on and started asking about his expense reports because he was saying that almost all the money he made needed to be used for the business. Oh, not good. Not good at all. Yes, he is. He does seem to be a bit fucked. He does seem to be. Yeah, the beeping too. I don't know what that was. Was that call waiting, or was somebody just fucking with the phone, constantly hitting, constantly hitting the number pad? Yeah, it was. God, it was like 30 minutes long. 40. It's up on YouTube. If you want a good laugh, go listen to it. You'll understand what I'm talking about. It seemed like yeah, they didn't really believe what he was saying. And then every answer he gave was, "It's a business expense." What about the Xbox? Business expense. What about the video games? Business expense. What about this broken mouse from 1994? Business expense. Everything is a business expense. I wonder if they'll uncover it because the allegation was he was spending tens of thousands of dollars in a mobile game, some fucking wrestling mobile game, buying shit like little DLC. I don't know what he was buying in this fucking wrestling mobile game. I don't know how you spend that kind of money on a wrestling mobile game on your phone, but he found a way. And I wonder if he tried to write that off as business expense, or if he tried to like. I think the other thing they were trying to get at least the guy who, whether he's a troll or not, still was entertaining. At the very end, was trying to bring up was, did you know you were going to file for bankruptcy, and from that point onward, were you using your credit cards in a way to live off of, thinking you could just simply discharge the debt as part of your bankruptcy? Like, were you aware you were going to do this and then tried to fuck us out of more money? And I don't know what his answer to that is going to be, but I hope it turns into a really entertaining. I guess will they have to do like Skype sessions for the bankruptcy hearing? Will it be like will it be like what happened with the Trayvon Martin case where somebody called in called in the court system on the fucking Skype call? There's a black dude sucking a fucking candy cane or whatever the fuck it was. He was low-key talking about his mobile game addiction on yesterday's stream. Well, he's probably going to have to address it. I don't know how much information goes public when you file for bankruptcy, so I don't know what's going to really go out there. I mean, I don't know if they give like an itemized list of what his expenses were. But I find it really weird that he's saying he brings in like $5,000 a month, and then all his expenses add up to $5,000 or some shit like that. Like, what what are you spending it on? Okay, so you have your internet connection. Yeah, we got that. Maybe you bought some games. Okay, sure. Let's say you bought 10 games. Whatever. I'll give you 10 games. That's $600. Your internet, $200. All right, that's $800. So where's the other 4,200 going to? Could you imagine if DSP finds himself homeless during a pandemic? Because I'm pretty sure early on, didn't he say this was a nothing burger? If he finds himself homeless during the pandemic and it really pops off in his home state, oh, that's going to be unfortunate. Maybe he can do like live streams, like homeless pandemic survival live streams hosted by DSP. And it'll just be him because his wife will leave him because she's not going to want to sleep in a garbage can with homeless people coughing on her.